never forget the day that Donald Trump announced that he was running for president in 2015. It is burned into my memory like a nightmare. At the time, I was working for a radio station as an afternoon show host. My show ran from like 2 to 6 p.m. and I had a co-host that worked in the newsroom. My show begins at the top of the hour, and as always, we start with the news, and so my co-host does his thing. It is through him and his news segment that I learned that earlier that day, Donald Trump had dropped this absolute nuke on everybody at like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, effectively altering the trajectory of the world as we know it, unbeknownst to me and everybody else. His news segment ends, and then we have like 10 minutes to talk back and forth, like we always do. But like I said, this is the first that I'm hearing about Donald Trump, the host of Celebrity Apprentice, is running for president, and I think it is hilarious. So I'm laughing my ass off, okay? I'm making all sorts of jokes. Me and my co-hosts are going back and forth talking about how absolutely insane this is. In my brain, this is on the same level as Kanye West saying that he's gonna run for president, okay? Like, this does not make any sense. We talked for like 10 minutes. We're going back and forth, giggling, just making, I can't stress how many jokes we made. We finish talking. I go right into a commercial break, and like my mic is off, whatever. I'm just like doing my thing. My boss comes into the studio, looks at me and just goes, "What the hell was that?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Donald Trump is an actual candidate for president, and lots of people will be voting for him. Like, you shouldn't be talking about things you know nothing about." And I laugh in response because I'm like, we're talking about the same person, right? This is Donald Trump, host of Celebrity Apprentice. Be so for real. She's like, "I am for real." She looks disgusted with me, horrified. She's looking at me completely. I thought she was kidding for an extended period of time. She was very serious. She banned me from talking about politics ever again on the air, which is like, okay. And I spent the rest of my day completely dumbfounded, okay? I was like in a daze, just trying to figure out I'm so sorry. What just happened? And that was the very first moment that I went, uh-oh. I remember texting my brother about it and being like, "Yo, like, there are actually people out there that are gonna vote for this man." And I remember him being like, "Don't worry, like, he's never gonna get enough votes. Like, everyone knows that this is just like a celebrity cash grab. Like, it's not real." And I was like, "I don't think you understand. Like, I just got in trouble at my job for making a joke about it on the air." He was like, don't worry. No one is gonna vote for this man." I was like, someone needs to listen to me. This is not going, we're cooked. And then a year later, when he actually got elected, I called out of work the next day because I was like, I just couldn't do it. I used to have this onesie that was a Yeti, and I put it on, and I went outside, and I just laid in the grass, starfished in the yard, staring up at the sky for like hours. I spent a lot of time in that year, 2015 to 2016, telling people like, hey, people are really going to vote for him. And people just straight up told me, no, of course they're not going to. That would be ridiculous. And they did. That being said, I voted today. Please go vote. And as a reminder, if you are not registered to vote, a lot of places you can do same-day registration, but be careful because sometimes the registrar's office will close earlier than the polls. But yeah, I can't do another 4 years of a Trump presidency. And in addition, I don't have the Yeti suit anymore. So if I'm gonna have to go starfish in the yard, I'm gonna have to like raw dog it. Just my bare clothes on the ground. And that would be tragic. Okay, bye. I don't know which one of you needs to hear this, but apparently it's more than one. If you are one of the people commenting on my stuff and saying, "Kaylin, even though I voted for Trump, I just want you to know that I still love you and I wish you the best." I just want you to know you have a parasocial relationship with me. You don't know me at all, because if you met me in real life, I wouldn't like you. I'm gonna say it again. If we met in real life, I wouldn't like you. I have like gaydar, but with Trump supporters. It's like I can suss it out usually. Some of you hide, but most of the time I can just tell. Again, sometimes you guys hide in plain sight and I don't know until I hear something come out of your mouth and I'm like, oh, we are not friends. But if you are coming into my comments and you're hoping that there's a safe space for you there, I want you to know that there's not. And I know it's not the majority of you, because obviously most of you have ears and eyes and can hear the words that I've been saying this whole time. The people I complain about on this account are oh my God. Anyways, I'm just here to tell you that you don't like me as much as you thought you did, because I wouldn't like you in real life. Like, did you know that I'm queer? No? I'm telling you now. And I have hated Donald Trump with a fiery passion since 2015, since the day I realized that his campaign was not a big jokey joke. So I can't believe that I have to say this, but please, for the love of God, unfollow me, because you are not gonna like, this app isn't gonna last past January, as we know. But if for some reason it does, I just want you to know that you are not going to like this account for the next 4 years. But again, just to hammer it home, this is not about you liking me. It's about me liking you. I don't. I don't. This is so funny, Selena. I wish you could see the humor in it. This is Olympic gold medal winning mental gymnastics. At the very least, it earns you a participation trophy. First thing I want you to know is I am not a diehard Democrat. I was not salivating at the thought of Kamala Harris being president. There's something else that I want to point out to you. First of all, just because you say this doesn't make it true. Something I had to learn is that sometimes people say words and they don't actually mean them, and they do something completely different and opposite of what they say they're going to do. I am well aware of when the politicians I elect do something that is not what I voted for. Do you? Because peace and unity, that man incited, he tried to overthrow the government with pew-pews. That was crazy unpeaceful. That was the opposite of peace. And just, okay, lastly, to comment this on a video where all I did was say, if you voted for Trump, I don't like you, is crazy work. Does not being liked by a stranger, like, hit you that hard in the feels? I've been called a snowflake many times. This is snowflake behavior, I feel, if I ever saw it. Why do you feel the need to gain acceptance from a group of people you alienate? I have a right to not like you based on the political decisions you make, which is a reflection of your moral compass. It tells me who you are that you voted for him, and that says to me that, like, the words don't match up with the actions. Because I keep getting comments that are like, I wish you the best. Can you stop wishing and just start doing? Because at the end of the day, the difference between your politics and my politics is that my politics allow room for you to exist, and yours do not allow room for me to exist. And entire communities that have been fighting for the history of forever to just exist within your politics without losing their lives. Because it's that serious, Selena, okay? Good vibes won't fix it. And where are the good vibes? Because I'm not feeling them. You just keep saying they're out there. Also, any true spiritual person knows the importance of honoring your negative emotions and, like, feeling them. And so it's not all love and light. And if you say that, it's not true. And just because you say it doesn't make it true. Okay, bye.